Lock chapter 247 starts with a storm of abuse on social media for Nagi and Reo, who keep losing their games. Reo is scrolling through social media, seeing the comments mostly about Nagi, and the comments about Nagi are negative, as most of the comments are calling him a one-hit wonder with only a super goal. And Nagi and Reo's annual salary is going down a lot recently. The comments keep coming in, and the fans criticize Chris Prince and want him to rebuild their team at once, and that Nagi should be out of the regulars. We then see Nagi and Reo both inside of a locker room talking to each other, and Reo tells Nagi that he has dropped to the 16th place with 34 million, and that he's on the borderline of 23rd place with 80 million, which is why he's in a bit of trouble, while Nagi is still at least safe with 40 million. But if they both are going to mess up again in the next game, they will drop again and could end up in the 24th place or even lower. If they don't get results in the final game, they will stay like this. Nagi was thinking the same thing and tells Reo that he wants to change. After winning against ISAGI once, Nagi thinks that something is wrong with him and feels like he's always lost, like the heat isn't coming back and the situation won't wait for him, and his rivals are moving on. However, there are still fans, those who are cheering for Nagi and say that they believe in him and that Nagi will survive. Nagi wants to change and wants Reo to give him a new idea to get a new heat. The scene then switches to the Germany monitor room, and Noah is there for their strategy meeting. Noah tells his team that based on the basic form of offense and defense, they will approach with a style that has multiplayer options, and that this is the strategy for the upcoming game. Noah then motivates his team and says that nobody remembers a memory or a record breaker, and that it's a fact of life that if you're not first, you can't leave anything. Bayern Munich is going to win and carve their name into history. Noah is about to leave the room when Ego came in, and the rivals tell each other to leave, and the others are surprised to see Ego in personal, as Ego always shows himself on the screen only. Ego tells the team that this is the time for a golden saying from him before the final battle, and he asks the others if they remember the key to win when the NEL started. Hayori replies with proof of originality. Ego agrees and says that they have been fighting against the wall of the world, and that the severe system of annual salary bidding, but he wants to know what originality is for them now. Is it their own playstyle, or is it the amount of value that is attached to them? But originality is equal to hunger. It's not a talent they were born with, nor a value given by someone, and what are the players hungry for? This is what makes a person's originality. In order to win this NEL, they have been forced to rationally play the role they are asked to play, and freely buy their ideal and voluntarily repeat destruction and creation for themselves. They have been asked so many times during Blue Lock what they want to be, that they want to survive, or to beat someone, or be the number one. And this type of hunger that has been revealed here is originality now. The world is longing for the challenge-based concentration, and Ego asks the players if they are hungry egoists, ready to shine. The sudden speech by Ego has brought the players' fighting spirit to its peak, and this is how the chapter 247, comes to an end. So basically what this chapter is about is the term originality, and it is perfectly connected with Nagi, who is the example of a failed originality, and originality means hunger, and during Blue Lock, each of the players had their own hunger that has pushed them to their limits. Some wanted to be the number one, some wanted to beat someone, some wanted to survive, and so on. And recently ISAGI, for example, wants to beat KAISER and now Rin, and become the number one, which is why ISAGI keeps getting better and better. But Nagi on the other hand lost his hunger, his originality, and therefore his heat in games, which is why he doesn't perform well anymore. It will be interesting to see what Reo can possibly do to relighten their flames of passion, so they can both get back to their old versions and become an even better version of themselves. Alright guys, what do you think about this week's chapter? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, stay safe and have a nice day.